Alrighty, let's do this. This is the first time I've played this game in a very long time. I'm doing it for a very special reason, and hopefully I don't suck total butt at it. Jump into a new game. Let's see, we got tons of countries to pick from, um, and I don't want to go too off the map here from like what actually happened realistically. So I'm thinking of doing a UK or a French game. I'm going to do the French game actually. Uh, if you know why I'm doing French, well, you can. I will tell you why. This little sliver of map right here, it's called Alsace-Lorraine. That is where my family is from. Um, the Saint-Germane family line is right here. It used to be owned by Germany, and then the 1870s rolled around, and France took it. Wait, that's a lie. It was post World War One. They took it. um, Anyway, so there's a lot of French and there's a lot of Germans that live here, which is kind of what I am. So we'll play France because we want to hold this against, the obviously bad Germans. And what we'll do is no cheating, Iron Man mode, and then historical AI focuses on. Um, and yeah, we'll just try and hold France for as long as possible because if you didn't know, which you probably should know, uh, France fell in World War II. They fell 1940, and it took about, if we don't count the first 6 months where there was basically no war, um, they fell rather quickly. So let's just put it that way. First things first, we do the typical electrical engineering, the basic machine tools, and the construction. I'll actually turn the SFX off so you can just hear me. Again, this is going to be interesting. Okay, first things first, we have France was not just France. They had all of Africa, some of East Africa, Madagascar, and of course Indochina, and then a little piece of China. They also have a ton of islands out here in the Pacific, not Hawaii, obviously. And then they also have this tiny little sliver right here that is French. So, oh, and I can't forget France and South America. So, and then of course we have the islands right here. But again, none of it matters. We want to build homeland of France. Shoot, I forgot. France owned Syria and Lebanon. Again, we want to hold this. This is our mainland. This is where I'm from. We're going to hold it down. Okay. National focus, I would say I wouldn't want to go communist. In fact, I think that the monarchist path is pretty cool. I would love to do a Napoleon little playthrough. It's going to be tough holding back the Germans for sure, but let's do it. We'll do a Napoleon playthrough. This is very, very cool. And if we do one, uh, oh, I think I already have the achievement. Shoot, darn. Okay. Well, either way, I must have taken Moscow as Napoleon already. But what I can do is sink the British Pride of Fleet. That is something that we can do, which means that we'd be at war with the UK and Germany and Italy, and then eventually Russia. Why not? Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to take everybody, all the units, bring them to... Actually, we won't bring them in a straight line to France. We'll just garrison them for the time being, like I can simplify the division. I'm going to try and breeze through this pretty quickly. There's a ton of planes. These guys are all going to be useless when it comes to the actual war. These planes probably built in the 20s, early 30s. They're not going to be very useful. So I'm going to try to get them all together, and then ideally I would sell them, but I don't have the DLC for that. So in this case, we'll probably just delete them or convert them later down the line. Who knows? First things first, we are always going to build infrastructure. And you know why we're going to build? Because we can develop resources. So you see the +10, the +6, super good. That will help us on the trade market. +7, +6. And then there's a good one, +8 right there. And +10 right there. So that's the plan. And then after that, we're going to build some civs in the Normandy-ish area. All right. When it comes to the Navy, again, Navy, put them all together. one big unit. And that works for me because the Navy, I mean, I'll split it into submarines, but trying to split up destroyers and cruisers and battleships and all that can get a bit overwhelming, I would say. Also low manpower, understandably so. We're going to put everything, put 3 on guns, 2 on support equipment. This artillery is terrible, but this light tank is even worse. We're going to need the truck eventually for the supply. And one thing that's been a huge change since the last time I made videos is supply. So this really cool map that we get to see, where essentially if you go to the Sahara, there's no supply. Duh. But luckily in France we already have some pretty great infrastructure development. So the supply is really only bad along the border with Italy over here, which makes sense. I mean, these are mountain provinces, basically the Alps, and we're stationing divisions there. So anyway, that's pretty much the setup done. Again, I'm going to have to take some getting used to here, but the game plan is to go Napoleon, and we can't really earn army experience until we really fix our country, which is going to be very difficult. This French tree takes a while to get through. So let's try and rush through this. Just focus on the economy through construction right here. We do have 18 civs that we can devote straight to. Civs are civilian factories that we can devote to building. So, and wow, look at that. My computer is holding this very well. I'm very happy. And honestly, all these garrison divisions, I'm going to delete them. I don't think that they need to be there. They're a waste of equipment. We are 93% equipped after deleting all those units. And let's see here. Looks like Japan abandoned the naval treaty. Kind of, well, it is what happened in real life. So we are down on guns for about 200-ish days, support equipment for around 100 days, and our Air Force needs a total rework. It is absolutely terrible. Looking at it right now, we have some NID 62s and then a 510 Series B. Again, both are just terrible planes. I mean, looking at the stats of this, 7 air defense, 12 air attack on 32 agility is just ridiculous. And this is even worse. That is crazy. So, I don't know what to do. I think I'm just going to delete this unit, then I'm going to delete that unit. So that way, as you can see now, they're both at 100 full strength. Naval bombers, almost useless. I hate naval bombers. Fighters, oh, now we're on strat bombers over here. The air defense is pretty good, but the agility, I mean, 13.1 is terrible. And it uses quite a bit of manpower, so at this point I would say We don't need them. They're not going to help us. They're just going to hurt our manpower. And then we have attack bombers that are a bit better. The agility is there. The air defense is there. So I think I will keep this unit around. I'll just delete this. And then what I'll do is I'll select every single one and then train. And I'll shift click and it says it'll stop consuming the, you can see it at the bottom there. It says pilot exercises will automatically stop once air wings reach the maximum training experience. And you just shift click the pilot exercise. And this will help train them. So instead of being rookies in the battlefield, they'll be trained and then they'll be seasoned and eventually they'll become veterans, and that'll give them boosts instead of debuffs. So as you can see, we've already trained them maybe like a month or so, maybe 3 weeks, and almost all of their debuffs are gone. So, and there they are, they're all gone. So very helpful. I'm going to delete these two as well. Don't need them. And we have all of our ships right here. Now, we have no fuel. No fuel, so I'm not going to train them until 1938, until we can import some good fuel. For right now, maintaining every one of our civilian factories is the goal. And right now we are working our way through building the resources up, which I cannot find. There we go. So already huge growth here. Remilitarization of the Rhineland happened in real life. Obviously our current government, that being Pierre Laval, terrible, absolutely terrible. So we're going to issue a diplomatic objection. Basically says, hey Germany, you're not supposed to do that, but we're not going to stop you. And I could have done the other way, but I do not. I'm not going to do that. Anyway, so now what I'm wondering here is, do we go straight into the political, or do we perhaps dedicate some extra to maybe agricultural protectionism, which will give us a permanent 7.5% civ factory construction speed, which is pretty good. I will say off the bat, I'm going to go with that. 70 days, just focus on the economy. And then Turkey remilitarizing the Strait happened in real life. I would say it's fair. This guy, Atatürk, is a very, very prominent Turkish figure, and he will ask, I believe, for Hatay back, which is this province. As you can see, it's claimed by Turkey, and I have no beef with Turkey. Also, it's pretty much useless. It's one tile. It's a mountain tile. Nothing's there. They can have it. There's nothing here, and we do have some engineering, or our research is done. And then this is all new. So what I really want to get to is this heavy MG, but that's really far ahead. So what we're going to do is we're going to move over here to equipment, and no, I'm not. I lied. We're going to go to radio. Getting the radio will be important. We're going to try and get that research speed as much as possible. Italy leaves. That happens. It would be quite cool to do the Realize European Unity as the Napoleon state. And then, huge, cool part of the new updates is that I don't have to pay all this political power to switch economy laws. So, the people have the right to feel safe. I agree. So now the civ speed will be way faster, 20% faster. That does way more. I mean, in addition to the focus, we're basically at the perfect middle. So, And I think that it's very important to build civs because you need civs to build mills and naval dockyards and everything like supply hubs and the railways and the naval bases. You need it all. So now that that's done, I don't really care about factory output yet. Our research is not good enough. Protect the rights of man, 5%. Stability, right now we're sitting at 49. I'm okay with that. We can begin rearmament, but again, we are not anywhere close to the right materials we want to produce for the war. That being said, our planes aren't researched, stuff like that. So utilize the leagues. That's what we're going to do. These guys are all trained up, and you guys can see buffs. Let's go. Sorry for going a bit slow. I'm kind of trying to teach and do what I want to, or cover what I want to cover at the same time. Water break. Okay. Basic machine tools are done, and at this point, I believe we got to go interwar artillery here. Again, I think that this is very basic, but what I'm going to do is we're going to grab this arty. We're going to grab some air. I don't know about heavy tanks because I know Germany's going to come. I know Germany's going to come with tanks, okay? And so if we commit to anti-tank, we commit to arty, I believe we can have a pretty good defense. As long as we get support, like air support from England, I believe that we can really hold them off. So I think getting the guns, getting the tank, the anti-tank and the arty, and then having the air will absolutely hold them off. So that's the game plan. I don't really think we need to develop anything. I think it's just a waste of resources at this point. And yes, as you can see, there is a huge, not huge, but relatively big debuff in factory output, which is a little annoying. The good news is we cracked even on the support equipment, and we are a few days away, 42 days away, from cracking even on the infantry equipment. Now, that being said, we do need an army command. So I would say defense specialist would be really good. But the speed is also very important. For now, I'll put this guy into power. He's going to give us some ticking XP. And then boom, there's a civil war to our south, Spain, nationalist Spain. I was watching a Jubilee video. This is not the leader of Spain, but the leader that comes after, Francisco Franco. Apparently, one of the guys was a huge fan of Francisco Franco, which is not a very good thing to be a fan of. Hopefully, I can't really influence this because I'm neutral France, but in my Spain playthroughs that I've done before, you never pick Franco. He is the biggest POS ever. Never ever. Oof. And to be brutally honest, he is a fascist. So the fact he was able to stick around in power for so long is quite mind-blowing. Sorry. Alright, coughing break. I haven't talked in a long time, so talked like this in a long time. I would say small airframes, they're going to need to be implemented. The real question is, do we want to build the anti-tank or the planes first? And to me, in my humble opinion, we are absolutely going with the planes. I love building planes in this game. It's so much fun. Utilize the leagues. Alright, so you may be like, Aiden, what are you doing, buddy? 5% popularity in fascism. This is not good. Like, look at the map. You're 1% fascist. What is wrong with you? You're getting rid of the Democratic Party. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. We're doing this. We're doing non-aligned. Okay. So we'll quickly grab these two, which is weekly stability and then the non-aligned growth. And then it'll take 365 days for that weekly stability to go away. That means that we can devote time to rearmament, continuing down the economic pathway, including this one that we have yet to do. So we'll take those two down pretty quickly and then move on from there. All of this doesn't matter just yet. We're going to wait on it. But the Air Force we absolutely will take. Ground support or reformer, I would say, heck yeah. More air experience, the better. The quicker I can add or make adjustments to the planes. So super, super big development there. Rally the leagues. I do not want to lose any more stability, and I most definitely do not want to gain any fascism popularity. So what we're going to do is just hold off from pressing that button. We're going to hold off. We have plenty of time. Also, my birthday quickly passed. Plenty of time to kind of make changes. Speaking of changes, it's time that we look at the templates. All right, big thing to look at: soft attack, hard attack, combat width, speed, HP, manpower, all that cool stuff. You have to do so much math in this game. It is amazing. Oh my god, I love it. So for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to make it an even 20. I think that's totally fair. Now, when we make it an even 20, it comes out of our Army XP. And 2, I guarantee you we're going to have a big fat deficit in the gun section, which we do. So what we're going to do is we have 53 units. We have 6 of these kind of like colonial brigade units. That's what it says or it says that French, but I translated it. Anyway, we gain 3,600 infantry, which puts us, wha-bam, back in the positive. Now, the next thing I want to upgrade is this Alpine division, because I'm going to throw Arty, I'm going to throw some engineers, and that'll be our kind of like Alpine division. Mountaineers are typically very good, so I would like to upgrade them as much as possible. Now, that being said, that hurts our Arty. Speaking of Arty, research is done, so we're going to move to the anti-tank. I kind of want to do a tank game now, which is a bit tough as France. A bit tough, but like the feeling of seeing your 1938 medium tank going on the field and kicking some ass is truly amazing. So, okay, we'll do the anti-tank because we're going to need the hard cannon to pierce their tanks. But we're also going to need a signal company. A signal company is very important. Extra initiative. And we'll move on from there. So right now, let's see, 25% non-aligned. We want to grow that. Non-aligned in this game is basically the Royalist Party. There's plenty of mods that go deeper into like the political stuff, but this is base game. So also, looks like Czechoslovakia loves us. Ooh, yes we do. We love them. In fact, we'll negotiate some licenses, see if they have anything cool. They have support equipment, our tanks, nothing cool. No ships, of course. They're landlocked. Alright, revise the Constitution is done. I was kind of killing time until that one was done. So now we're running on I don't want to intervene in Spain. I think it's a waste of time. So what we're going to do is economic, and then we're going to, sorry, spacing out. It's a little late here. Then we're going to move to the add entrepreneurship, and then stimulate the dynamic market for these great bonuses. So that would be 210 days. And then at that point, there's 2 more focuses we can do after that until this one is open. Repeal the law of exile. So, devalue the franc, probably develop the metropole, and ooh, the compliance will be a big one. That'll help. So 210 days will bring us pretty much to the end of 1937, and look at that, we're almost done with the first year. That was pretty quick. That being said, the light tanks, honestly, we don't need the light tank divisions. They don't need us. Bring the boys home. Delete the tanks. We don't need them. A clause has been invoked. Okay. So we're just continuing to build political power here. We really do have to start filling out this cabinet. I think it's very important to grab this guy, the 15% political power gain. And then I would love to grab this guy as well, the technocrat. And then to round out kind of our top, I don't know, our 3, because we only get 3, it would have to be, all right, sorry to interrupt myself, but through the political situation in Spain has long been unstable, not through though. It appears that the severity of the conflict has taken the Spanish government by surprise. Fight against fascism, so we either can ship land leases to Spain and lose political power, or we cannot risk our own political stability to aid them. That is what we're going to do. Sorry, Spain, but in real life, you got your butt whooped. So I want to keep things close to what real life is until our turn comes in and we don't have to be so incompetent. Anyway, the 1936 basic small airframe is done, which is amazing news, because we can start building our real first plane. And range improvements are not typically necessary for right now. I would say that only because we have so many airfields. This is Western Europe. We don't need to go 1,000 miles farther than we have to, or 500, or whatever it is. The range increased by 50%. We don't have to. So instead, I believe what I'm going to do is hop on dispersed industry right here. It's 37. It's a little bit late to do it, honestly, but we only have 3 slots. So let's try and crush this. All right. Economic, and now we promote. All right, we can fill out all that later. All of that comes out later. And now, yes, we do have the plane. I forgot about that. First things first, fighter weapons. Now we want the light machine gun, all right? We want 2 of those. Well, bam, our air attack is 20. That's really good. We have 2 engines. That could up the fuel usage, but it also ups the thrust. Or we could just go this one. We'll go with that. And then, of course, we'll use the radio navigation, and then the light MG defense. And bam, this plane right here is one heck of a plane. I'm going to call it the Cave Fighter. Because, and that one's going to be put into production soon. Probably take one off of trucks because we already have a pretty big inventory of it, and we'll move on from there. So the K Fighter is starting production for a year. For a year. That is crazy. Crazy bad production. And we did get another one. So we're gonna go grab this. The big thing is bomb sights, but the bigger thing is the 4% research speed. Goes over everything, helps out a ton. Yes, this happens. The Anarchist. It's in a book that I read. Homage to Catalonia. Super amazing book. I love the book. And I gave a lot of books out, and I hope people read them. Anyway, we want to give refuge to probably German scientists. Let's be real, Italian scientists do not compare to the German scientists. Come on. Anyway, the stability has still negatively affected us. And, wow, look at that. Our civies are done. So we're going to grab a few more. Alright. We're going to build about, what is that? 7, 8, 9 more civs. 8? I don't know. Alright, as long as we keep building those up. I don't know why this tank is still here. I'm going to delete that. Alright, now we have the anti-tank. So, we're coming real close to this 38. And that's what we're going to build. Oh, we're going to build that so good. This is just standard infantry boosts. I'll grab it. Actually, on second thought, I'm going to switch it up a little. It is 37 still, so I would like to grab its maintenance companies. That would help the tank crews out a lot more than just that 5% defensive rate that the automatic guns get. So, I mean, 5% stability for a 70-day focus is quite crazy, I would say. Gonna promote entrepreneurship, and then we're almost there to stimulate the dynamic market. I'm really quite surprised. The weekly change in stability is not very... Lots going on. It's not helping a ton, though, which is making me a little nervous. Alright, so we got 19 infantry right there. That's perfect. These guys give me not to Gaul. Oh, the old guard. Jeez. Okay, he's a panzer officer. Okay, give me this guy. And this will be just on the forts. Okay, you can see the forts. And then they get entrenchment over time. So we're entrenching ourselves against the Germans. They already have troops right there. We're fine. Huh. Anyway, oh, looks like the over here's got a little fun. Yes, there we go. Alright, so 3 are apart so far. The other warlords will join eventually. And then the naval dockyards. Wow, look at that. At this point, this is what I do, is just build convoys. You're always going to need more convoys. So, ideally 1,000. Right now we're at 300. That being said, stimulate the dynamic market is done. And now we have, some time, for sure, some time to spend doing either rearmament or the Frank. I'm going to do rearmament, and then, ooh, this is tough for sure, because this is really good. This is not so good. They want us to go heavy tank. Oof, that would be tough. I'm gonna get those mills, and then I'm gonna grab. Oh, there we go. Japan and China. Look at that. So they're at it. They're fighting. Wonder if we could get. No, can't send an attaché. That's okay. We have enough army XP anyway. We don't, but oh, not going well in Spain. Oof. Alright, so now we have these infantry, motorized infantry, which are pretty good. And now, ooh, I'm a little lost on where I want to go. Because I want that already. Oh, you gotta grab these. What? Duh. Alright. I would say by the time 38 comes around, we will devote a heck ton more resources to building mills. But luckily, we're not in that situation right now. So, oh, and then let's see. Ooh, all right. We really want probably this guy for the air at least. Dispersed is down, so we're going to grab construction 2 for the speed. I wonder. The doctrine cost 15%, or you grab the research speed. Ooh, that's tough. I'm going to grab the doctrine cost because that bumps it down significantly. 15% is pretty darn good. So all of these are going to be 85 from here on out, which is pretty good. There we go. Hate, like I said, it happened. And now we're going to devalue the franc, my bad. And more mills. We have 12 mills to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all 5, because we can, onto the K fighter. And now we are creating about 4 a month. Now that will go up with the efficiency cap, but for now it will not. Well, it is going up, just super slow. And part of that is because, well, 70% is okay. It's just not the best. Anyway, there are a ton of horse divisions that we do not need, and also we are going to build some more of these guys again. I just wanted to bump them down to 10 width, and then put some not tank. Although I guess we do have the light tanks for it. It's not too bad. And then these guys will be on our support equipment is all they need on the Italian border. So now that that's done, we can put this, and we're all 3 back on industry. And look at that! Look at that! That is just amazing. And speaking of looking at that, oh, formation flying! We are already doing so great. Now, compliance is very important. Now, do I value stability or compliance? I value compliance. So what we're going to do is develop the colonies. You may be like, Aiden, what are you doing? Repeal the law of exile. Buddy, I'm going to be like, wait a minute. We're not there just yet. We're almost there. Also, look at that. We're almost there. We got there. Also, I meant to grab this guy before. Holy cow, we're a bit late. But now we will produce way more political power a day. Thank golly goodness. It's going to be a bit tough. But this will remove disjointed government, which is a very, very bad debuff on us. I'm also going to grab this, the Arty, finally. Bomber production, we're not making any bombers, there you go. And then the medium, and then we'll be perfect. We'll have the air, we'll have the tank, and then soon we'll grab the upgraded guns. And wham bam, thank you ma'am. We're going to be set. So, let's keep pushing along here. Now, the worry is, because this is a valid worry, that time will come along. I mean, Germany hasn't gone after Austria yet, but it's coming soon. And then right after that comes Czechoslovakia, Poland, and then boom, they're right on Belgium, Luxembourg, and Netherlands over here. Or I guess Holland. But the only thing we can do is just focus right now on trying to be as optimal as possible. So repealing this will significantly boost the power, political power, and from there, I mean, we can not only push towards the action Francois, but we can also push to fill out the high command and also try to fill out a bit more of this industry. So far, 73 factories in 1938 is decent. It's decent, so I will take it. 235 days, 188 days, just give me the tank. Give me the tank, I will build the tank. Ooh, uh-oh. That is not good. Uh-oh. And we are pretty low on support equipment here. But we're doing well with the K-Fighter. I mean, new upgrades quite often. And I think right about here, yeah, we have 47, 48 K-Fighters in the army. So, heck yeah. Nationalist Spain is coming out of their war. I believe it's tough. I really only need about 2 of those, but I also need about 48 of these guys. I mean, I can maybe do, what is it, 5 plus 29. So we really need quite a bit. And Germany's going after, Czechoslovakia, so this is really moving fast. Wow. Weekly stability forever? Or you get Spain, or you get this. Awesome. This is tough. This is tough. For sure. Stability is good. The thing is, oh man. I think I'm gonna wait. Oh man. I mean, Napoleon is such a cool idea though. So oh man, this is tough. This is tough. Because I really would like these a lot. Fighter. Oh man, there's so much to do. Oh, we're in a tough spot. I would say, that might be a bad move, but it's a move. Big technocrat, research speed, and construction speed. I see only wins. So, there we go. They want us to go flamethrower tank. Alright, Eugene, there you go. Go flamethrower tank. Hopefully you will use all my resources. Okay. we have these guys that will be in Paris. All right, we have eight healthy guys, and they're going to come down to here. Just guard that border. I think that they will be totally okay. Yeah, we are down quite a bit on the infantry equipment. This is going to be quite a struggle trying to jump start this. But if anybody can do it, we can do it. Come on. We have 4 of the. Actually, these are just the division. All right. What we're going to do is switch them over here. You'd be like, Aiden, you are so many guns in the hole and support equipment. What are you doing? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it, baby. I got this. So, let's be real. We're probably doing this. Probably jumping straight into that. Then we can, boom, pop Belgium, pop Luxembourg, pop Netherlands. We got this. All right? Those 3 fall easily. Now, in that circumstance, after that, we're in a bit tougher of a spot because we don't want to get rolled over by Germany. So, what I'm thinking is just grabbing Belgium here. Should be easy. Should be easy. Probably put, these guys right about there. And definitely put the Mountaineers in these 2 provinces as well. So these guys are dedicated to that war. These guys are, and these guys are. So for sure, give me the highest attack. Philip. And then these guys can just hold the line. Yeah. And then these guys, the Mountaineers, I would really prefer... Oh, this guy's a Mountaineer. Perfect. Alright. Perfection. They're all old guards, which is why we don't really want to use them. But for the quick attack, this guy's the way to go. So we're going to move on that. Alrighty. So we have the dispersed industry done. This is going to take a... Geez, I'm going a lot slower than I thought. Alright, let's go down there. I think about 10 is good enough on that front. We're going to need 1 over here. And then 1 over... Djibouti can fall, I don't really care. Sorry. So, yeah, we'll throw 1 right there. Nationalist victory. That sucks, but what can you do about it? Probably, yeah, just grab those 2. These guys will go to a new one down here. You know what? We're going to put a field marshal on that guy. Leave the Czechs to their fate. Unfortunately, that's what we have to do. We have to leave them to Germany. At the moment, right now we're working with, what is this? Pretty darn good amount of factories. So let's just start building. Just start building. We're gonna need something on this Italian border for sure, but for now, what can we do? Alright, there we go. Mr. Napoleon is back on the helm. back on the helm. And we're going to avenge Waterloo by going after poor Belgium. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You feel bad, Aiden? Yes, yes I do. Air superiority, mission efficiency, 10%. I mean, I'll take it. I will take it. But I think, ooh, we have our own faction too, the Continental System. The Czechs do not like us very much. My bad. And this guy is war support 10%, which is pretty good. And this guy's war support, and then the consumers. But really, there's no non-aligned guy, which is a little bit unfortunate. That being said, we can move on to medium tanks. Reliability, the research speed. So, bam, we're already cut off some time. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go. Direct result of the inability of the Third Republic to provide political stability. Ooh. Hey, we did play into it, but he's a ruler of the non-aligned party. So, you know what? I will absolutely take that. How did you fall ill? Never mind. You are in Africa. You absolutely can fall ill. It is all good, my man. Also, I don't think it's a very good idea to station my troops right on the border. Just set up a defensive zone, like right there, and that's gotta be at least better on the supply, right? Yeah, look at that. They're fully supplied. Alright, my bad. My bad. Shouldn't have sent you into the desert with no supplies. My bad. Oh, okay. And then we'll put a field marshal on this Africa front, I guess. It's one way to put it. Boom, new Arty too. Oof. Alright. We're good on Arty. We're almost good on the tank. We're 16 days away from that. And then I don't really care about armor or engine. So at this point, do we jump to this? Or perhaps, oh my gosh, we have to get radio. The reinforce rate is just too good. Oh, I misspoke. Alright, new Arty. We need new guns pretty darn bad. 14,000 in the hole is ridiculous. So that's the most important thing, is achieving that. And honestly, it should be researching it, because we are crawling up on the MOS 38. And to be fair, we could help a ton by grabbing this right there. So, basic medium tank, that's out, and now we get to design a medium tank. Ooh, I'm excited. Ooh. Alright, we'll do this for the research speed. Alright, this is the basic medium tank, cost 1. We're going to do the 1 turret. This is what it looks like. If it was a 2-man turret, it would look a little different. A 3-man turret is just way too high of a production cost. So we're just going to do the 1. I don't think... Ooh, actually, we'll do the 2-man turret. We'll do the 2-man turret. And then we're going to grab the medium howitzer. Oof. Or the cannon. This is tough. The cannon comes from the AT gun, howitzer from the artillery roll. I like that. I like the artillery roll way better. Basic radio, of course. The secondary turret, I don't know yet. Probably... Shoot. Wow, 10% less reliability. Holy smokes. Yeah, so one thing about these tanks is that the reliability in them are not very good. So we'll do the wet ammunition storage, and to be fair, I would like better armor. But the production cost is 20% less, and honestly, at this point, we're really pushing it, is one way to put it. This is a pretty decent, I mean, I guess this is where we should be looking at it. A decent tank look, I would say. Eventually, we're gonna get a better one out. Medium superstructure, a small armaments, close support gun. Oh jeez. Okay. Yeah, we want the howitzer. Alright. Yeah, and then maybe we'll switch up the tank or something to kind of have like that longer look to it, because the howitzer is not very, what's the word, beneficial against going against those other ones. Honestly, I'd prefer to meet in the middle and go medium cannon. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to call this one the K38. K38. Alright. Pretty easy to produce materials wise. Probably put a 10 on that. 10 on that. Definitely need the RD more than the tank at the moment. I don't really know if I want to create an agency just yet. And then these guys can come down to Marseille, because these guys are going on the border of Italy. And also, I will put a railroad there, okay, to make it just a bit easier on the supply. Okay, more to the convoys. Assign divisions. Alright, avenge Waterloo. Alright, time to rock and roll, baby. We got a war goal. Time to use it. And we're going to lose a ton of stability. So, we have to be fully ready to do this. Let's rock and roll. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. I'm going to move these guys in to Luxembourg. Alright, and we're going to bump it down to 3 speed. Alright, and then these guys are going to attack this horse. Stupid horse. And then this guy's going to attack right here. And we'll open it up with the mountaineers. Actually, we'll do both mountaineers. And then we're going to put these lovely, lovely planes on air superiority. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh, and Luxembourg has capitulated. What is that? Volunteers? Ah, if you don't say so. This is probably a terrible look. But Luxembourg has capitulated, which is very good. And we're going to move in to the front. Start pushing in. Oh, look at that, look at that. Alrighty. What we're going to do is we're going to put 2 onto Brussels and then put 1 onto Ghent. Now, how long is it going to take to get there? 5 hours. 5 hours! We may be able to grab Antwerpen as well. And then these guys can help with the assist on, I guess, the attack on Brussels. So far, we're killing their planes pretty easily. I guess we've only had one attack so far, so good. And this guy's encircled. Only one, but... And we have a 4-hour distance to cover. Oh, look at that. Look at him go. Alright, we're going to move another one up here. And then attack Brussels from the north. Open that up. Alright, let's go ahead and grab that. And then we can push, or at least try and open up some fronts over here. Okay, I see. Try to hold on right there. Alright, both of these guys are going to come in and hit Liège. Alrighty, look at that. Already pretty juicy. Brussels is getting hit from quite a lot of different directions, so we're doing a good job. We might lose Namur back, but I think it's only one division, so if we... Yes, in multiple contact. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Brussels is completely surrounded. And once Brussels falls, I imagine Belgium will fall pretty darn quickly. So, Luxembourg capitulated. We submit by taking their state and confirm. Wabam! The first victim of the Napoleon era in France. Super cool. Again, this really means a bigger border with Germany, so I'm not too psyched, let's say. And then we're doing really good. There goes Brussels. I mean, it's right there in our hands. And there goes another one. We're going to relieve this guy because he's getting attacked from quite a few spots. Barely holding on. He's got probably a few pieces of organization. Alright, we're doing good. And another front to attack Brussels from. It's all sides. It's over for Belgium. There we go. Alright. Now, do I want to annex it or do I want to puppet it? If I were to puppet it, there's quite a good amount of resources there. So I think I will. I think I will puppet Belgium. And then add resource rights to these two territories. And of course, I have to add resource rights to these guys. So that looks good. And then the war reparations, yes, I will. I will take that and that. And I think that'll call it, yeah. So Belgium, French Belgium in the continental system looks pretty good. We have all their stuff till 1943. I think we're going to be fine, hopefully. Only 16 mils. That is a little concerning, I'm not going to lie. Whew, and it's getting a little late. I do have school tomorrow, so this is a quite a long video, longer than I thought I was going to make. But we will hold on to our side of the Maginot. These guys, I mean, the Netherlands are right there. It's truly so appetizing. But I don't think I will. I don't believe that I will. Also, 150, so let's take a peek. 201 days goes down to 181 days, 20 more days of production. Big W. Alright, we'll bring these guys back to Paris. these are basically what our medium tanks are going to turn into. We're going to use the tanks from them. Also, we're going to move these mountaineers down here. And then we'll use the rest of you guys to kind of just bring down the line a little bit. Planes did their job very well. I'm very proud of them. And it looks like we have quite a bit of new planes to do, right? No. Still upgrading the old ones, I see. It's okay. We will do those. Alright. These guys will do their best, do their very, very best to hold this. No point in holding that. It's attackable from like 4 different territories. It's useless. 4 new divisions down here. I'm good with that. Ooh, wait, no, I'm not. 5 brand new divisions means more that can hold up here. I like that. Okay. Okay, now we're just kind of waiting around a little. We'll go up 4 speed. The supplies up here are very bad. This is quite something. I think what I'm going to do to kind of solve that is bring a railroad from here to up there. That's got to help. Should be done by November 1st. Molotov Ribbentrop, there goes Poland. Oh wait, no, Czechoslovakia is still around. We still have a year till September 39, so we still have some time. And while we have this time, I will start making the new division. And that is a medium tank division. We've got a heck ton of medium tanks. And we've got a heck ton of tanks, or motorized infantry. So what we'll try to do is make it 20, we'll try to make it 30. 28 is okay, actually. 28, yeah. And we'll add the signal, we'll add the maintenance company and the support artillery. That'll be our tank division. And I wanted to add, as well to this, signal companies into just the standard infantry. I think that's doable. Again, that's going to add 50 support equipment to almost every company, so I expect that to go up big time. And right now we are working through the guns. The gun deficit is still pretty bad, but capitulating Belgium helped a ton. Also, if we don't have anywhere in Africa, we don't have anywhere like outside of this, I think what I'm going to do is just deploy these guys and then cancel those 3 units. Don't really need them. And all these guys will train until they can't train no more. November 1st is... Come on. Are you kidding me? You're telling me that this is an issue, a huge issue? Come on. Oh well. Yes, more mills. We're getting more mills every day. This is amazing. 90 factories in 38 is pretty good. Pretty good. And then more stability. We're going to go up to 50 something. Alright, flamethrower tank. That's good with me. Alright, develop the metropole. Annex war gold. Oof, this is tough. A tough decision. I would love to start developing in this, but we're at a point where we need air for sure. We also need defense. So I'm going to go defense here and then stay on the 4 speed. UK doesn't like us, Netherlands doesn't like us. Norway died. That's not good. Whew. Okay. I'm going to leave it. Hopefully leave this off soon. I'm pretty tired. No to Turkey. Screw you, Turkey. Man, that 5% stability really did absolutely nothing. I'm really thinking about grabbing one of these guys. But I just don't know yet. I mean, it's going to take so long to get through the army reform. It's going to be brutal. Looking at the fuel, oh, that's an issue too. The good news is, out of the gun deficit, let's probably pull it back to 11 factories. And we gotta up the support equipment. That's gotta go up astronomically. And 60 stability, so we're coming along pretty nicely. Inefficient economy. Wait, how do we get rid of that? Wait a minute. How do we get rid of the inefficient economy? I have no idea. This is quite interesting. Oh, shoot. Maybe if our economy just hits a certain point, we'll do well. They'll get rid of it for us. Because that's quite a big debuff right there. Huh. That is weird. Again, I'm so perplexed, probably just because I'm tired. Alright, I don't want this guy, but the war support is helpful. I don't want that guy, but the war support is helpful. Oof. This is really tough. This is just a battle of who do you want less. War support and the consumer goods factor, or war support. I don't think that matters. I think I'd rather have the war support and then the +5 is a little concerning. I don't want that. Also, probably banning communism would be good, to be completely honest. Special forces, firepower kills, Toad Artie. Or you ban communism. That darn stability. Well, we're going to go down this way for the infantry equipment. Hopefully, I mean, we're at 39 now, so 140 days. Ah, geez. Only 25 mils by 39 is not so good. So I think going with the guy that kind of increases our civs and lowers the consumer goods was a good move. We could go up to partial mode as well. Alright, big. Any changes we can make here? The tank we're fine, the RD we're fine. The air is going to need a boost soon. Oh my gosh, what am I doing here? Alright, construction speed. Oh geez, we need a lot more research slots. Whew, fall of Nanjing. That's not good. Oh geez, China. Not looking good over there. I love how building that railroad did absolutely nothing. Thank you for that. Also, we've still not produced a single K-38, which is concerning me. We are 207 days from support equipment, which is fine, but I really need the planes in the air. I need them in the air. What are we doing? Now we do have pretty strong K-38s, I will say. The K-38s will put up a good fight against the Germans, that's for sure. And boom, 100 factories. 74. Oh geez, that is really good. Also, we might as well go up to free trade. I'm a strong believer in the free. Oh, big moves, big moves. First off, that. Second off, well, bam, gotta put the new infantry in. Oh, that'll be so much more helpful. All right, they don't like us. We can declare war on them. Firepower kills. Levielmas. Oh, this is such a perfect time to grab that 10% less cost to that infantry. That'll just be perfect. We're waiting on support equipment for these. So what I'm going to do is bump that down to 9, bump that down to, say, 7, 987. And then I will do 6 for the K-38. We're finally producing a good amount. Italy has joined the Axis. Oh boy. We're looking a little weak over here. But we're going by ourselves. I trust that Belgium, and I trust that we can hold the line. No reason why we can't. These guys definitely will be held by that guy, and they're with the mountaineers over here. So let's see. We'll do a whole front for these guys. Those are the colonial divisions. These guys are over here, so we'll move them over there. Simplifies our lines just a little bit. Boom, Lavia Mass. Okay, I think we're good when it comes to that. I mean, I would love to get war support, the land doctrine, and the recruitable population fixed, but on the other hand, I want some research slots ASAP. So we'll do these guys, grab for sure some more mills. Again, we're doing all of this not on partial mode, which is my bad. My bad. Luckily, partial mode should help. The construction speed for mills goes up. So that was a worthy 150 political power to spend. And really, we need to grow the party popularity, because this guy is just not helping. So this will remove 10 stability by over 120 days, which is about, I actually don't think it's too much worth it. At this point, yeah, I think it's just worthy to come down here, look at the air superiority guy, and get him. As you can tell, I don't pay too much attention to Navy, so if I did, I'd probably enjoy this game. Oh no! Oh no! Wait, so does that mean... Yeah, we're not even at war. Oh wow, that did not happen in real life. Okay. This is interesting. Alright, so we're doing really good on everything. So I'm going to bump the tanks up to 9. And then I'm going to bump up the planes to 15. The more planes we can get out, the better. And then when it comes to the medium tanks, as soon as we get those guys out, doesn't matter what they have in the air for close air support, basically bombing our troops. It's over. So, oh man, we just hit a minute 20 on this. Okay. I'm so exhausted. This is crazy. Add them over here to this line. What? This did not happen in real life. Why is Latvia? Why? What? This is not real life. What is this? What kind of game is this? We're just giving them these small countries. Like, what do you want me to do? I switched to Napoleon, and even though I'm the only one that's supposed to be switched, everybody's like, no, no, no. We have to switch too. What are you doing? Oh, that is just terrible. Ooh, trade embargo. I'm so happy that they added that to the game. Fall of Warsaw. Ooh, that's what I was gonna do. Is not that, but switch the trade law to free trade. And then there goes Poland. So good luck, guys, trying to hold them back. Holy cow. This is going to be tough. But if anybody can do it, we can do it. Let's do this. They're going to come after us soon, I can tell. Lithuania has capitulated. Oh, jeez. So now we have industrial expansion, and then the research. So we'll do those two. Oh, it's looking like a lot more on the border now. You could probably train. Yeah, 6 more. Okay. And to switch these guys, because I'm probably going to switch these guys over to division and then transfer them over here. So to move these guys, these 4, over to this, we would need 1,200 tanks, 100 support equipment. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's doable. So we will exercise them. That is very weird. That is a very weird look, because the USSR actually annexed both of these guys. So this is very, very weird. Very interested to see how the Western war goes. Industrial expansion. I will take that every single day. And unfortunately, like, just in case, I will build some AA. It's helpful in holding them back. The conversion speed, I don't really want to do just yet. We do need the new aircraft, or the new airplane. Oh, I'm so tired, oh my god. Oh, okay, 40. Can we at least grab the heavy MG? Yes, we can. Alright, so we can do upgrades to the K38 soon. Water break. Alright, advanced machine tools. So we're good. Let's start building the new planes. Okay. And then I'm going to have to start doing the CAS. Start making that. Whew, okay. Soviet Union declared war on Estonia, which means they're at war with the flippin' Allies, which did not happen. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. Is this a bad time to go free trade? Come on. Why would you declare on Estonia when it's gone? Okay. We are coming up on the end of times. Finally getting that research slot, that 4th research slot in 70 days. Thank goodness. Soviet Union declared war on Finland. Oh, jeez Louise, what is going on? They really need me. They need me to come whoop Germany's ass, and then they need me to come whoop the Soviets' ass. Alright, we could grab that, or there was another one I'm just forgetting about. Is this? Yes, the RD upgrade. That'll be helpful in holding them back for sure. We'll probably do... Okay, we'll actually hold off, and we'll bump this up to 20. Looks like 9 is the highest we can go for the basic medium. And about how long will that take? 230 days. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. $360 days. Alright. That looks pretty juicy. It'll help the stability a ton. And there goes the heavy MG. The question is it worth getting rid of all that production time? Probably not. Close air support. So yeah, we're going to do heavy bombs as well. The White Death. Formation flying. Or fighter ace. Definitely not the ace. We'll do formation. Aces, like, just come up way too often. It annoys me. Alright, I think we're doing great on our stuff, so I'm going to do the press censorship. That way we get some good growth from the political party. I mean, come on, we've been wanting it for so long now. Alright, pretty big movement there. We have 2, 3. Shoot. Cut that in half. Bam. Oh my lordy. My hands are moving slow. Alright, and then 2. Come down here. Come defend against Italy. Sure, we're not going to need... What? What is going on? It's 1940. Oh, jeez. Either the Soviets are about to get their ass whooped, or the Germans are. Oh no, the Soviets are because of that. Oh, jeez. Okay. We'll add 2 right there, and we'll add another 2. We'll actually go up to 15 once we fill out the K fighter, which we already have. My bad. And we're going to need tungsten. Tungsten, my favorite metal. We're going to grab that from Portugal when we need it. Alright, that 4th research slot, baby. Hungary is justifying against us. That is not who I expected. And with that done, I think we can start snowballing here. Great research. The only issue is really trying to tackle the fascists because they always want to come grab us for some reason. I do not like that. So we'll do anti-fascist raids. So that should help lower them a ton. Alright. Wow, they are kicking the Germans' butts. Or no, the Soviets' butts right now. Holy smokes. They should put us in this war. Justify over the Rhineland. 40 days, not too bad. But I think we can wait. I don't think they're going to snowball. I mean, the Soviets are tough to take out, so I believe that we could be okay. When it comes to the tanks, what do we got? We got all the trucks, and half the medium tanks in that one, half the medium tanks. So we're still pretty far out, I would say, 92 days. And this is where we grab from Portugal. 92 days, not too shabby. Heavy bombs. Alright. How much longer? 29 days. So now we're doing pretty darn good. We can now move to the next medium tank. Wow, these are going to be some late tanks when they finally get into the battlefield. I would say we're going to put them here. We're just going to. I know it's a tough spot to really push from, but if we can push from Luxembourg through like Bitburg, try to capitulate the Germans pretty easily, because they can also snowball. What the flip? Random Paraguay war. What? So now they're at war with China? And now Japan's going to be at war with the Soviets, right? Because of that? Oh, Jesus. Oh, jeez Louise. Alright, I'm just trying to get to that. Okay. Okay, so now Romania is going to be with us. We will gladly do so. Transylvania stays with Romania. Screw you, Hungary. You suck. Yeah, we blocked your cause, buddy. Alright, so now we got the plane. W, Aiden, for defending Romania against those guys, by the way. W in the chat. And we're just going to keep building mills, baby. Building them mills. Military factories. Heck yeah. And now we got a new plane. New cool plane with brand new fighter weapons. Heavy machine guns. With radio navigation too. And none of those. Maybe. Oh shoot. We gotta do with the engine. Alright. Oh, that is a terrible plane. Don't give me one of those. Give me like that. Alright, this is gonna be called the K Fighter 40 with that. Alright. Oh, the K Fight 40. Alright. Well, bam, there goes all of our production efficiency. Whatever. We're also going to up the tanks to 20. We're doing really well so far, but we gotta up the manpower. Right now it's pretty bad. And you know what? I think we have enough I think we have enough to add an arty piece into our infantry. So, and we do? We do. So I will start pumping those out. Probably about 9 of them. Low equipment priority. Wait, what? So now they're just democratic. Who cares? Why are you almost to Moscow? Like, I will have to declare on the Germans if we keep messing with this. If the Soviets can't hold on. Like, come on. This should not be happening. I think it's pretty easy to come up for a good reason if we like ban fascism for wanting to have a more stable political party, I would say. I'm just waiting for them to declare on Belgium. Right now they're not. Also, the tanks are fully... I think we could probably take on Germany right now. Italy will be easy, and the only thing I really worry about when it comes to Germany is their air force, but at this point, I don't think that matters in the slightest. Also, holy cow, we got leftover K fighters over here. Let's flip and go. So that would bring the total up to 1,000 after they get done training. Really good. The planes for Germany sit around 2.9 to 5, but they don't have the... What's the word? Oh, finally. Let's get this out of here. Army reform. We gotta fix that before we head off to war. Light. Yes. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. What? You were just on our team! I just offended you! You betrayed me! You betrayed me! Come on! Alright, now I gotta justify a war goal or something. The Rhineland. There we go. You're done, buddy. You're done. Signal company. We gotta step in. Romania was too far. Too far, Romania. Trying to take that away from me. Alright, I think I'm going to call it here tonight. I am so exhausted. But we got hope for the future. I'll continue this when I can. I love you and I miss you. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!